Okay, so I did my trailer reaction where I recorded myself watching it for the first time, and if you've seen it, it's a mess because my microphone went crazy during it, so sorry about that. But now that I've watched the trailer probably 100 times, I want to do a breakdown of it. Probably super late. Guessing me. Oops.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
Warning, I am going to talk about spoilers in this video along with a breakdown of the trailer, so I'm going to talk about the trailer and how it links up with some leaks. So if you don't want to hear about any spoilers or stuff like that, I wouldn't watch this breakdown. Just a fair warning. So we see the jungle planet in the beginning. Rey is training with a remote droid, a training droid. She has the same helmet that we saw Luke in A New Hope using when Obi-Wan was trying to train him. We also know the name of this planet that the Resistance base is on due to a Monopoly board leak of all things, so that's pretty interesting. This jungle planet the Resistance decided to put their base on, they're struggling right now, the canon we're seeing between episode 8 and 9, with trying to figure out where to go and getting reinforcements. On this jungle planet, Leia is supposed to teach Rey about the Force and is her new master now that Luke is a Force ghost. So I'm sure Luke is going to pop up and talk to Leia and be like, hey, maybe have her do this and stuff like that. Also, this ties into the leak we had about a month or two ago that Leia has a lightsaber of her own, so I'm wondering if Leia gives Rey her lightsaber. We see Rey being really frustrated and looking angry in the beginning of this trailer, and that fits in with what we've been seeing of Rey between episode 8 and 9, that she's getting a lot more aggressive, she's getting impatient, angry, she's a bit violent and quick to attack, and we know from other canon and from the other two movies that Rey has a tendency towards the dark side. So I think we're seeing more of that, and that's what I really like about her saying. Everyone's saying they know me. They don't know me. We're seeing more of her dark side come out. We're seeing more of her doubts and insecurity and her fear, which we also saw in the Journey to Rise of Skywalker, where Rey is having a little bit trouble controlling the Force and using it, and she thinks, this is the only thing that makes me special. If I can't use the Force anymore, I'm letting everyone down, and there's no further use for me. So she has a lot of that fear, and we all know the thing about where fear leads you. I like Kylo saying, I know you, and I talked about this a little bit in my reaction to watching the trailer. We know from not only the author of the novelization of the episode, it was 7 or 8, I can't remember now, but also from JJ and Ryan, that Kylo and Rey have a very intimate connection. They were inside each other's head. So during that torture scene in The Force Awakens, when Kylo goes in there and is trying to pull the information, they connected on such a deep level where it's more than romance. So what they were saying, and almost a direct quote, was their connection is deeper than romance. The best thing we can equate it to is romance, but they've been inside each other's heads. They know their deepest secrets, their fears, their hopes, and to truly know someone on that level makes their connection incredibly strong. And also, you know, they have a Force bond too, which makes it even stronger. You also see throughout this trailer that sometimes Rey will have her lightsaber ignited when they're in a room together, but Kylo won't. So I really feel like Rey is more on the offensive and more kind of aggressive than Kylo is, where Kylo doesn't want to kill her, doesn't want to really fight. And I think where we do see them fighting, which is on the wreckage of the Death Star, you see Finn and then Janna, which is a new character. I'm wondering if she's actually on that planet. I have a feeling because of the whole dark side, putting your essence into things, artifacts, and then you can just be near it and be corrupted by the dark side. I wonder if for a moment, or maybe a little bit during their fight, Rey is corrupted by dark side essence or an artifact, and that's why those two are fighting. And Kylo doesn't want to take her out, but he's trying to get her to snap out of it, and maybe that's why Finn is screaming, Rey! I love seeing them in the wreckage of the Death Star, by the way, with Palpatine's chair in the background. And we also have what I think is a Force vision. I'm not completely sure. It's the all-white room, and then it looks like Darth Vader's helmet on a pedestal, and Rey swipes at it and destroys it. I think they were supposed to do it together, but maybe Kylo just couldn't bring himself to, and maybe that pulls them out of a Force vision. But I don't think that's happening exactly in reality, per se. I think it's just a Force vision or part of their Force bond or something like that. You'll also notice Rey has a dagger. This is a Sith dagger that's been leaked for a while. It's going to be in the film. Supposedly, it's only to find a wayfinder, which locates Palpatine in the unknown regions where he's been building up his army. And the scene where you see C-3PO going, I just want to look at my friends one last time. According to leaks, he has to upload a program into himself which will destroy him, but so they can activate the dagger or read the dagger or whatnot. So I think they said this is a fake out though, where we think we're losing 3PO, but I guess a backup gets downloaded to R2-D2, which, by the way, how emotional R2, like, freaking out. Like, no, you're my friend, because they're such buddies. So I really hope when C-3PO is like, I'm looking at my friends one last time. No, not you fuckers, just Chewie and R2. I really don't care about you other people. You know. Also in that scene, you'll notice Zori Bliss. She is a bounty hunter. She's part of the Thieves Guild. She's on the planet Kijimi, which is where this droid factory takes place, and the little monkey guy, the Bobi Frick, fixes and makes droids. You'll notice there is a battle droid in the background of that, and according to other leaks, this factory is going to be a huge, like, Easter egg sort of thing, where we see droids from all the different episodes. And it's a way of just bringing it all together and a lot of fun winks and nods. So I think that's really cool. I'm excited to see more of the older droids. Obviously, we see Rey facing off against Palpatine at one point in this trailer. He has the throne. If you have seen original artwork for Return of the Jedi, that is Palpatine's throne. So they are using old artwork in this final episode, which I think is very beautiful. And I just love that they're doing it. So Rey and Kylo probably team up. I think according to leaks, they do, and they face off against Palpatine. We also had a recent leak where it showed both Rey and Kylo holding a blue lightsaber, which, if you're following other leaks, apparently Leia had a lightsaber built, so perhaps Kylo is wielding Leia's lightsaber, except now he's Ben Solo again. He's redeemed himself, Ben Demption, and they're facing off against Palpatine together. I think there's going to be a definite mirroring of Luke getting angry and fighting Vader and in Return of the Jedi, and that Rey is going to be very angry, and then when Kylo comes to the light side, they both fight as part of the light side, not giving into the dark side, and help take out Palpatine. And if there aren't any Force Ghosts, I also think, Force Ghosts, sorry. I'm really excited about this trailer. I don't know if you can tell. So I think that Luke and Leia are both Force Ghosts by this point, and Rey is terrified about facing off against the Emperor because she knows how dangerous he is, and Luke says, that's just fear is a part of the Jedi, you are a Jedi. And I think Leia is saying, will always, after Luke says the Force will be with you, is they're both Force Ghosts, and they're both pumping her up and saying, hey, we're here for you, this is your fight, but we will always be here for you, and the Force will always be here for you. I don't know why Palpatine, again, is doing his fucking hate speech, where, in Return of the Jedi, he tells Luke, your faith in your friends is your weakness. And then he says to them, oh, you're all coming together, and that's will be your undoing. Palpatine, dude, you know what happens when these hero type get together? You get fucked hard. Come on, dude. Do none of the OT characters learn from their past mistakes? Is this basically what the sequel trilogy is about? You're just doomed to repeat mistakes over and over and over again? Super awesome. Super cool. Thanks, Disney. Some other things of note, Vader's breathing was definitely during that throne scene. It was just for a second, so that's exciting. We have to get Force Ghost Anakin at some point. Some other random things. I loved Finn saying it's an instinct that the Force brought us together. I still believe Finn is Force sensitive. I talk about this in some other videos, but Finn was one of the best stormtroopers, best in the stormtrooper program. Phasma wanted him to be a leader. He was able to break out of the conditioning, the brainwashing of the First Order where other people couldn't. So, to me, I think he has some type of Force sensitivity. Does that mean he's ever going to be a Jedi? Probably not. But I do think he's Force sensitive, and I think that's a big hint in the trailer. Poe saying good people will come together and fight. If you notice, the Resistance is all around him. Leia isn't there. I understand, probably because Carrie Fisher passed away before the filming of Episode 9. But we also know that Poe is being groomed to be the leader of the Resistance via Leia, and she wants him to take over, and that's why she's been so hitting him hard with the lessons of you need to be a leader, not a hero. You also saw Lando in that little group meeting. That was nice to see. Don't kill Lando, because Lando and Chewie also appear to be facing off against the Star Destroyers, the most feared ships of the First Order. Oh my goodness. Star Destroyers. I loved seeing Lando and Chewie together in the cockpit of the Falcon. That's amazing. If you notice, there were a million ships behind them, which is from all the different episodes. Is another way to just tie all the episodes together, because we're closing out the Skywalker saga, and they wanted to, JJ said he wanted to bring all the films together, and so we were going to get a lot of Easter eggs. So we had ships from even the animated TV series, which I think is really, really cool. And yeah, I should have that shot up on the screen, but look at all the freaking different ships. It's pretty awesome. We saw the Tantive. The Tantive was leaked to be in this episode quite a while ago, so it's nice that that leak was true. I believe we also got a shot of it, maybe during D23. And which Tantive this is up for debate. I know A New Hope, one Leia was on, was supposed to be destroyed, but, you know, we don't know how much is lies, how much is the truth, how much is just what the Empire was told to spread out there, or it could be the one from Episode 3. The paint job has me leaning one way or another, but I guess we'll see. I'm excited to see the Tantive, though. BB-8 leading the charge on the Star Destroyers with the ore box running, and Finn and Janna is so awesome. I like the idea of them just doing a now or never sort of, we have to end the First Order. This is the biggest threat ever. Also, I'm so happy to see more Finn and Poe, because I think they are the best team ever, and their bromance is amazing. You'll notice at one point it looks like they're on a Star Destroyer. So there is a leak that they do get captured on Pisana, which is that desert planet with the Aki-Aki, by the First Order. But Hux, who is working against Kylo because he wants to be Supreme Leader and he wants Kylo to be dead, well, Hux has been leaking information to the Resistance, according to leaks, and this seems like the part in the film where they get captured and then Hux ends up helping them escape because he needs them to take down Kylo. And this is them running, I think, through the halls, trying to get to the Millennium Falcon, which, by the way, according to leaks, Kylo does fly into the Star Destroyer, and they probably get it back then. Okay, so that's my breakdown of the trailer. I have a lot more thoughts, theories, predictions. I'm working on it. I am just so pumped about Episode 9. I can't wait. Everyone's like, Star Wars is dead, Star Wars is dead. Cool, let it be dead for you, it's not dead for me. I am loving this. So, I don't know, let me know what you thought about the trailer in the comment section down below.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.